Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I watched Alpha. Alright, so Alpha is a new movie that graced some of the Belgian movie theater screens because it was only playing in one movie theater near me and all the other 10 they didn't have it, so that is really interesting. So I went to the one that obviously had it, and when I went and when I saw the movie, I could very clearly see why not a lot of movie theaters had it. It's a very artsy movie. It's a movie that not a lot of people are going to go watch, and that usually gets thrown into movie theaters because the movie theater itself or the company behind it made the movie. Don't know if that was the case with this one, but it was there. It was French. Maybe that's why, because the movie theater I went to is from a French company. So maybe that's the reason that they had it. And I have to say, very interesting movie. Definitely some good things, definitely some not so good things. Most of the good things have to do with the style of the movie, because I did like how things were shot. I did like how incredibly dark this movie could be with seconds and with moments. It's incredibly dark. It's incredibly depressing as well. There will not be one moment in this movie where you will be laughing. There will not be any moment where you will feel comfortable. There will not be any moment in this movie where you will feel at ease with anything. You will feel bad, you will feel depressed, and you will hate your life watching this movie. Is this a good movie because of that? Because it makes you feel these things and telling those things is important? No. This is just a movie more made to make you feel awful than make you feel anything else. And of course you want to move your audience with your story that you're telling. But I have to say that with this one, they kind of maybe went too far on it. It's not necessarily a bad movie in that sense. It's just maybe was a little bit over ambitious with what it was trying to do, and having it toned down a little would have helped this movie, I think. It would have made the movie a little better, in my opinion, because you are already telling a very dark story. You are already pulling our heartstrings. You don't have to do so much to make you feel like shit. It will not make your movie any more fun to watch. And sometimes having too much bad emotions can diminish the overall experience of the story. And I feel like that is one of the main problems I had with this one. It's just a little bit too much. There's a movie, a very famous movie, that also is too much, and it's also a movie you will definitely love on the first time because it's still very geniusly made, and it's very intricately made, and it's very well made, but you will never watch the second time because of how depressing that movie was, and that was Requiem for a Dream. That's the main comparison I can give this movie. That movie was also about diseases and drug use. This movie has the same things. The only thing is, this movie also really is, and very clearly is, some kind of a story about AIDS and stuff like that. And I like that they are tackling the thing, because it's a very important thing to talk about, and we need stories about that, and we need stories to teach people on how AIDS works and what AIDS does to people. But the way that this movie did it was very weird. They made sure that not the disease itself was shown, but everything was shown in some kind of stone way, where skin would change into stone, and even the stone would crumble after a while. It was really weird, and I wasn't feeling that. That was really the worst choice that this movie made, in my opinion. It was changing the disease for something that comical, because it made for a tale that was more fantastical than splintered in reality, but the reality was the thing that we're going for. And there are some very weird and very wacky choices in this, and very interesting things that I just want to know that why was that choice made over there. Like, there is a point where some people are hugging, but there is a lot of wind, and one of them just crumbles and is gone. I get what they were saying, but it wasn't well made. It wasn't a good choice. They could have done that in a more serious note. Your entire movie was serious already, then that could have been serious as well. But now it felt more comical, and it felt really out of place in a story like this that's grounded in reality, and still felt like they had too much money and had to spend the money somehow, so they got bad CGI to do a lot of wacky shit to the disease that they were showing. I get that you want to do something like this stylistically, but this was a bit too far and it did not work for the movie. It did not make the movie any better. I think the fantasy elements that they added to make this movie stylistically better and stylistically more appealing really took away and really tore apart the entire thing that they had been going on. It's still a very good thing in and of itself. It's important to talk about it, and I can praise the performances in this one because the kid playing Alpha is genuinely really amazing. It's just that the rest of the movie did not do it any justice, and they kind of also lingered too long on some of these things. And the movie could have been shortened down quite a bit to make it flow even better, to make it flow, to make the story go better. It's just a tad bit too long with a lot of fantastical elements that make that second half especially crumble like a fucking beast, to make sure that this movie is just not as enjoyable or not as important or not as good as you would hope this one is. This movie on the surface seems like one of the better movies of the year, but ultimately falls flat really hard, crumbles under its own weight, and therefore is just a very forgettable watch that you will not think about in a week or so. In the end, I'm going to give Alpha 2 stars. I think they made some very weird choices that I just didn't agree of. Alright, thank you guys for watching this review. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me also know what you thought of this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Please, I want to know everything about your opinion on this one. Alright, thank you guys for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.